Hello, I wanted to make a math video on the proposed Divine Sunderer changes, mainly because the changes are probably the most broken thing I've seen since 7.20 Galileo, and it actually just doesn't make any sense. So I'm gonna give you guys the cutoffs when the item is better, when the item is weaker, and I'm gonna show you how to calculate these as well. We're going to make our comparisons for a level 9 Jax, level 18 Jax, level 9 Camille, and level 18 Camille. And we're just going to derive our formulas and then put them in these places. So first of all, the damage cutoff. The old Divine Sunder dealt 12% max health damage, new one deals 6% max health damage, plus 1.25 base AD. So we can easily cancel these out, so that the damage cutoff will be 6% max health equals 1.25 base AD, and that means max health will be equal to 1.25 base AD times 100 divided by 6 base AD. This is going to be our cutoff. And if we enter these numbers with 96.65 base AD, we get a Divine Sunder damage cutoff of 2013 health, where if you have less than 2013 health, new Divine Sunder is just going to be dealing more damage at level 9 for Jax, and then it's going to be dealing more damage if you have less than 1900 health for Camille. At level 18, these numbers go up to 2921 for Jax, and then 2656 for Camille. But this is not the only number, because Divine Sunder proc also heals. So let's see how this changes when you start factoring in the healing. So now we're going to calculate the cutoff for when damage plus healing becomes even. So the old Divine Sunder gave 12% damage per Sheen proc plus 6% healing. And then the new Divine Sunder is 6% damage plus 1.25 base AD damage, and then there's the healing component, which is 6% max health plus 1.25 base AD. We can simplify this just like we did with the other one. The only difference we have is going to be this time we have two 1.25 base ADs. So this time it's going to be 2.5 base AD times 100 divided by 6 is going to be equal to our max health cutoff. And when we enter these, for a level 9 Jax, Jax is going to get better value from the Divine Sunder proc if you have less than 4027 health, and at level 18 he's going to be getting more value if you have less than 5800 health. For Camille, the numbers become 3800 for level 9, and then 5300 for level 18. Obviously, level 9, these numbers are extremely absurd. Nobody has 4000 health at level 9. And frankly, even level 18, like, most tanks don't get these values. Maybe Cho'Gath, but these are pretty high numbers. As far as damage plus healing, you're going to be better off with the new Divine Sunder. But the thing is, we just calculated this assuming 0 armor. This is important because the healing portion of Divine Sunder is not affected by armor. So it's actually a little more valuable. If we try to calculate the values, considering the armor portion, we need to apply the armor formula to the damage portion, but not to the healing portion. So what we get then is 12% max health damage divided by 100 plus armor times 100. This is going to give us the damage plus 6% healing. And the values for the new Divine Sunder will be 6% max health damage plus 1.25 base AD divided by, I'm just going to write armor here. Just know that you always have to add 100 to the armor in calculations. For simplicity's sake, let's just write armor there. Times 100 plus 6% plus 1.25 base AD. Now, if we simplify these, we can get rid of these 6%, and then we can also get rid of this to get a 6% here. So then, what we end up with is all of these deleted. This is gone, this is gone. So what do we have here? We can just simplify this by multiplying everything by armor and then dividing by 100, right? So I can just get rid of this, and this, and this, and this, and just multiply this number by armor, and then divide this by 100. And then we have 6% health here. So, and this is always 1, so we can just add this as 1. So armor is going to be, this will always be equal to 100. We can also multiply this by 100 to put them in the same place. So this will become 100 plus armor, which actually has 100 in it, times base AD, no, times 1.25 base AD, divided by 100 is equal to 6%. So the nice thing here is equal to 6% max health. So to simplify the 6%, we can multiply everything by 100, and then divide everything by 6. So max health is going to be equal to, this 100 is cancelled, this value divided by 6. If we calculate it with these, if I have 50 armor, I had 1 plus 1 plus 0.5 times the base AD divided by 6 times 100. The damage cutoff at 50 armor, I'm only going to look at level 18 here, becomes 7,300 health. This is the health you need with 50 armor for the old Divine Sunderer to be better than the new Divine Sunderer. If you have 100 armor, it becomes 8,700 health, and if you have 200 armor, the value becomes 11,000 health you need to have for the old Divine Sunderer to do as good as the new proposed Divine Sunderer. And these numbers are pretty preposterous. None of them can really be achieved in an actual game. So the new Divine Sunderer is just going to be better all around. And to show you how better it is, I've also put these formulas into graphs. So for a level 9 Jax, if your health is 1300, which isn't a super unreasonable amount, if you're like a ranked champion, this can just happen. The new Divine Sunderer is just 70% more efficient. And if you're like an average champion, 1800 health is typically going to mean you have Gore Drinker. The Divine Sunderer at level 8 is still 40% more efficient than it is right now. And if you're, I don't know, like Cho'Gath with multiple stacks, Divine Sunderer is still going to be over 25% more efficient with the proposed changes. And if we get to late game, if you're playing a squishy AD carry, which 2300 health is roughly what an AD carry is going to have as far as health goes, Divine Sunderer is going to be 50% more efficient with its proc. And if you're a hyper tank, it starts getting pretty close, assuming no armor, of course. It starts getting pretty close. And if you're like in the midway, 3800 health is, what most champions are going to get. Divine Sunderer is still going to be 20% stronger. And for these graphs, I didn't include armor. And as you've seen, if you have like 200 armor, the Divine Sunderer proc value actually just like doubles for the new Divine Sunderer. So these graphs are really favorable for the old Divine Sunderer And even then, even if you're a super tank, the new Divine Sunder is just going to be better. And for everyone else, it's going to be much, much better. Like 70% increase at level 9 for the Sheen proc is crazy. And it probably won't make it to live, but the changes are just absurd. They shouldn't even make it into the PBE.